What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Old School versus New School. I feel like I ain't talked to y'all in a while. What's going on, Alex?
Everything's going great at this end. Yes, old school versus new school is back, and old school always reigns supreme in this joint.
Oh my God, here we go.
but but I do want to say, TheeEnicole was down, wasn't feeling well for a couple of weeks there, but thankfully she's back together and back to her old self. So it's a wonderful thing to have you back.
I'm back to my new self. I'm new school over here.
Oh, you back to your new self, huh?
Yeah, every time you go down, you come back better. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we
Oh, okay.
building over here. What's going on? Oh
Yeah.
no. Old school versus new school. Okay. Look, what do we gotta reintroduce ourselves? Because we have been gone for a while. Let's reintroduce ourselves. See, I'm the new school, because I'm a young tenderoni, and Alex over here is OG. So we just have conversations and we bounce perspectives.
That's it.
Sometimes we agree, sometimes we disagree, but the older can learn something from the younger, and the younger most definitely can learn something from the older. So we need to. I feel that the reason why I did this show is because um, I want to open people's minds because you can learn from anybody. It don't matter what your age, life, walk. None of that matters. You can learn from anybody.
Yeah, but the most important thing, man, is that we're bridging the generation gap because young folks feel like they can't talk to older folks. Older folks feel like they can't relate to younger folks, and
Yeah,
we're bridging that gap to say, listen, we can talk about anything. We have more in common than we have differences,
yeah.
so it doesn't matter. Let's talk and get it out.
And we building over here. You absolutely right. There is no old. If there wasn't no old school, there would be no new school. Period.
There you go. There you
Period.
go.
So it's
Yep.
about promoting mutual respect. You know what I'm saying? And a couple of things that I got to talk to. I really want to know what the OG got to say because I got a few things that I just want to talk about with everything that's going on. He doesn't know what the hell I'm gonna say because
I have no idea. She always want to blindside me, but I'm always ready.
I know I'm big on authenticity over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
Some
what
things,
you
some things could be planned, but I like going with the flow. That's just who I am.
yeah. And sometimes answers off the cuff, unrehearsed, are the best responses, you know.
We building over here say, well, I'm from the old school where we walked in the park, we roller skated, we played in the fire hydrant, we had old school ice cream trucks, we had the best music hands down.
Yep, you tell them. That's it. Bottom line.
Yeah,
Bottom line.
our ice cream trucks selling something a little different these days.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
They got ice cream on the side, but they offer some other things. What's going
Mm.
on, low keys? What's up?
You ever played in the fire hydrant as a kid?
Never. I've never played a
Man,
fire hydrant.
that's the ultimate hood game. We used to love it.
I never played in a hydrant.
No?
I've never played in a hydrant. No, I played in like the sprinkler hose, but never
Never.
a hydrant. No,
Then you haven't lived, E. Nicole.
I have never done that. I've
Yeah,
seen it.
man.
I've seen it like in movies and stuff like that, but I've never actually done it myself.
Now that was a regular occurrence for old schoolers like me in the city, in the big cities. You know,
Mhm.
that was a regular. You know what I mean? So what you got popping for me today to try to catch me off guard, which is not going to happen. So you can forget that.
Low key said I did, especially during those summer times. Okay, then low keys. I ain't know. Let me find out you were old school low keys.
Oh yeah, if
What's
they
going
played in
on, YouTube
hydrants,
channel? What's going on?
if they played in hydrants, they old school.
Is that against the law now?
Probably with all the water that's being expended, probably yes. You know,
Well,
yeah,
we don't care about the law.
yeah.
No, I'm not promoting breaking the law, but the
but
law.
but you know what? Even back then, if it was on too long, the firemen, police would come with a wrench and they would shut it down if it was on too long. So, and
Oh, for real?
then they started putting sprinkler caps on to save water. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah.
He said, "Don't listen to this nigga." What?
What am I saying wrong?
Yeah, what he say wrong? Food Channel. What's wrong? Okay, the first thing I want to talk about though, I want to talk about this meat, and I don't want to hear no crazy stuff from you, Alex, because you know how you are. But I want to talk about this meat for a second because everybody is going crazy over this new law about they okay growing lab meat. Like, where have y'all been? Have y'all been living under a rock or some shit? Because this is not nothing new. Like, I remember in elementary school when KFC could not call themselves Kentucky Fried Chicken no more because they was having lab grown chicken. Like, where y'all been at?
Right. Right. This is not new. This has been in the works for a long time. It's been going on for a long time. This kind of imitation processed food has been out there. They just haven't made it public. They just been feeding it to you. So it's
Right.
been out here. And I've been noticing sometime with some of this chicken, you ever some of it feels and tastes kind of rubbery. Has a rubbery texture. A lot of the foods, the texture, it feels different. It just it's not the same. A lot of processing coming out of labs, stuff like that. So, we just don't know what we're getting into. It's going to get to the point now where we all going to have to grow our own food just to be sure, just
You
to
should
be
have
safe.
been you should have been growing your own food. You know what I'm saying?
Well, city folks, we not near no farms. We can't go grow farms on concrete. So, it's just, but we're going to have to figure it out. Because if you want to stay healthy and alive, long enough to see grandchildren and live a nice, long, healthy life, because nobody wants to be 80, 90 years old and be sick. If you're going to live that long, you want to be relatively healthy. But the foods and the
Hold on, because we building over here just went in. They
uh-oh.
said 1980. If you didn't live on a block that had block parties and fire hydrants on it, you wouldn't even begin to know. Chico sticks, Mary Jane candy, now later, lemon heads, Boston baked beans. That's old school.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Swedish fish, now laters, all that stuff, man.
Okay, shameless plug real quick. Mini shameless plug because y'all know I'm gonna do it again. It's some awesome content creators in here today already. We got Miss Parker. Make sure that y'all subscribe to her. We got the Food Channel. He's the content creator. Make sure y'all subscribe to him. And of course, Alex, Magnetic Repellent, up here. My lovely co-host. His link is in the description. But yeah, back to the meat. I am moving away from the meat. Like I don't want to eat meat anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I eat meat though. Like,
Yeah.
we're not gonna talk about that, but you know what I mean.
I'm slowly moving in that direction
That went over
myself.
your head, but it's okay, Alex.
Uh, I'm trying not to feed into that because you're going to get. I heard you. I heard what you said.
Oh, are you following directions today? Okay, cool. I like it. Okay, I like it.
Because I'll end up going straight left.
Yes,
But
you will. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work.
it's not over yet, so don't thank me too soon.
Oh God! All right.
But yeah, this has been going on for a while. Ever since this, population control agenda, they claim is too many people on the earth. We're running out of resources, and we got to do this and that. And none of it's true.
Right.
The only thing that's really true is they're trying to decrease this population.
Right.
And they're trying to do that by any means necessary, including this fluoride in the toothpaste.
Hey, Natasha. Welcome. I see Leath on there. So you family.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's my sis.
Hey, sis.
Thank you, sis. Love you, sis.
Hey, cousin. Okay, everybody popping in today.
Yeah. Did you know that fluoride is a poison?
Yeah, definitely. Yep. I remember when he talked about with the water, but hold on, because we can talk. Let's talk about that for a second. But I want to go back to the meat for a second because what was y'all even thinking? Because y'all remember when they said it was a shortage on wings, right?
Mm-hmm.
But y'all was still selling thighs and legs. So what animal did y'all have that was just walking around with no wings on it?
You got Nicole. Think about this. Each chicken has 2 wings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's 2 wings. But
Mm-hmm.
every bar, pub, restaurant, anywhere you go of these 50, 51 states, whatever you want to call it, every place has a basket of wings.
Yeah.
Where are these wings coming from? I mean, use common sense. Think about that.
Yeah.
I mean,
They be
if
like, we
all
don't
these
got no more
restaurants,
wings, y'all, but we got these thighs and these legs.
my goodness. So listen, this stuff is being lab grown. They're talking about it time and time again. So we got to start thinking of alternatives in which to provide nutrition to ourselves. It's like how do we go about doing that, particularly in the cities? If you're in rural areas or country areas, may have a huge mass of land or huge yards and a couple of acres. You can do that very easily.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the city folks that's going to be challenged.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Food Channel, this ain't that type of show. But I mean, if Alex want to open the panel when we get done talking about everything we're gonna talk about, I'm cool with it. I don't have a problem with it. But this not that kind of show. We do have shows like that, on this channel. But we'll
What
see
is
how
he
Alex
saying?
feels.
What is
Alex,
he saying?
the Food Channel said, "Let me drop the link." So, but this ain't that type of show. But
Oh,
if you
okay.
want to open the panel when we get done, I don't got no problem with it today. I don't. I'm feeling a little good today. It's a holiday. I don't celebrate them things, but I know y'all do. So,
Yeah. Okay.
Um, but back to
Yeah.
the fluoride you was talking about, like it's so
Yeah.
many things going on that they've snuck under our noses, and because I feel like, and I'm gonna just talk to my people because that's who I relate to, right? My people. I'm not racist or nothing like that because I am a mutt. We all some mutts at the end of the day.
Mm.
But like I feel like our culture is so um distracted by so many meaningless things that we don't even really know what the government be really doing. They don't even ask. They don't go to their council meetings, they see council meetings. They don't know what's on the ballots to vote for. Like they don't know all the poison and garbage that's really in our food and water because they don't even care to know.
Well, let's be honest. Our culture. We're usually the targets, right? They usually come after us, use us as guinea pigs, experiments, things of this nature. When the C-19 happened and they start promoting the jab and the shot or whatever the case was, they was promoting that stuff to us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we was on the commercials about getting the jab
I was just about
and
to say
so
that.
forth. Huh?
I said I was just about to say that.
Yeah, we were on the commercials and everything. So since when do you care about the health of black people in this country? You never cared about the health of black people in this country.
Never. You don't gotta leave, Food Channel. We might open the panel. Dang. He said, "All right, good night,
he,
love you."
he got he got a chip on his shoulder today.
We might open the doors. I don't know. I
He
gotta see. I gotta see
he
what's up with my co-host.
he mad he mad at me for some reason. We about to let him on soon because he mad. He got to get it off his chest.
See, Alex said we gonna open the doors, so you gotta stay tuned. You gotta sit tight real quick. Let us talk about what we're gonna talk about. Then we gonna open the doors, open panel today. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but you're right. Like, and I always tell people, listen, if you see a whole bunch of black celebrities on commercials trying to get you to do something, you need to stay far away from it.
As
Period.
possible, as far away as possible. You know what I mean? Don't fall for the okie doke. These are the same old tricks, just updated.
Yeah,
You know
period.
what I
Ain't nothing
mean?
new under the sun.
No, ain't nothing new under the sun. Same old trick, just updated.
Mm-hmm.
Technology changes things. The world changes, but people don't change.
Right.
People are the same from generation to generation. There's never been a generation without people betraying each other. There's never been a generation without hatred. There's never been a generation without love, so forth. All these different things, okay? So these same type of people are never going to change.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they're
We
always going to be here.
we building over here say I try to tell people all the time, Adam and Eve lived in a garden. There is no chicken, beef, pork, lamb, duck, goat, oxtail. There was none of that stuff in the garden. It was vegetables, fruits, and herbs. Period. Let's
Mm.
go.
Yeah. Think about the animals in the wild. Most of them, if they don't hunt down each other, like lions will hunt down, meat and so forth, or maybe gorillas or bears or whatever may do that. But for the most part, They live off the vegetation, the berries in the trees, and things like that. And these animals are solid muscle.
Mm-hmm.
Solid muscle. Okay? So we're built to live off the land. We're not built to digest all this processed stuff. That's why most of us are overweight. Most of us are getting sick. We on high blood pressure medication, different kinds of medication for this or that. You know, this is why. Your
Yeah, Miss
body was
B, we
made.
gotta talk because I need some vegan tips. We gotta talk.
Yeah,
She said she's been vegan for a very long time.
right. A lot of people have gone vegan, meatless, of course, porkless, of course. That's usually the first thing to go when you're trying to get right.
That's so
Dairy.
hard though. That's so hard. Because
Mhm.
it's so many food products that has pork in it that you would never even know had pork in it.
Right. Mono and diglycerides, things like that. Pork-based products and chemicals and stuff like that. You'll never know. You ever read the back of your packages on your food? You can
I do.
hardly even read them words.
Yep.
You can't read that stuff.
I was just about to say, come through with the 6-syllable words, Alex.
Look that up. Mono and diglycerides. Look that up.
I got
Okay.
you on the 33rd. I got you.
You got me on the 33rd.
I got you on the 33rd.
I learned that years ago from the 5% Nation when all my dudes was getting off pork. You know what I'm saying? They was telling me about these things.
Oh God, let's not even talk about them, Loki.
Yeah. Oh, that was big. That was big in Brooklyn. That was big in Brooklyn.
That almost just turned my stomach.
Yeah, I anticipate you don't subscribe to their teachings.
Oh, the 5%.
Yeah.
I don't really know too many. I would love to learn. I like to learn. I be wanting to know what's going on.
Oh, okay. They're similar to the Muslims. They're similar to the Muslims,
Okay.
kind of thing. So if you know Muslim teachings, they're similar to that.
I don't know nothing about them really.
But yeah, but we just gotta be very mindful of what we put into our bodies nowadays. We have more power than we think. If you just stop eating certain stuff, you'll put them out of business. Just stop doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to do it.
Black people need to remember, we really do have the power of the dollar. Black people spend the most money.
Yeah, I mean trillions.
Yeah.
Trillions. And the scary thing about that, we spend trillions, but it don't bounce inside our community one time before it leaves.
At all. And that's the crazy thing about it. And before we keep going, We Building over here says, and there's another thing to think about. The animals that don't eat meat, rhinos, gorillas, pandas, giraffes, hippopotamus, and horses, the most strongest animals on the planet, and they don't eat meat.
Exactly. What did I just say a minute ago?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I said, yeah.
They solid rock. You know what I mean? So those are things we got to consider. They eat what they're intended to eat.
Yeah.
And think about dairy. Think about, milk, right? We're the only species, human species, that drink another species' milk. Every other species drink their own milk.
Nasty.
Except for us.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is this: like I haven't consumed milk in over 10 years. But I would always wonder, like almost every Black person you hear says I'm lactose intolerant. So isn't that a clue? Like, hello,
right? Because I am.
Because we don't want to drink it.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna prove it to you, TheeEnicole. I'm gonna come visit you one day, and I'm gonna drink a gallon of milk before I get there.
Please don't. Please don't, because your entry will be denied. Okay. Your entry will be denied. We'll have a virtual meeting. You'll be right outside.
Once I walk in the door, it'd be T-minus 5 seconds. Blast off.
Nah. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna send you the link.
Yeah, lactose intolerant.
We Building over here says, God tells you your body is your temple. It is not the church. The church is a meeting place. So hear the words and praise of the Lord. My pops used to always tell me to get your mind right, not fast food. We Building over here. Let me find out you know something, okay?
Mm-hmm.
See, you never know when you in these chats and you move different places to channel and you just see people in the chat or whatever. You don't know who knows what. Like, so we building over here. Salute to you.
We got intelligent folks listening to us. We got them in our chat.
Yeah,
Intelligent
period.
folks.
Period.
You know what I mean?
Speaking of Black people, I want to move on to another topic that I want to talk about.
Okay.
I want to talk about this new affirmative action thing. How do
Oh,
you feel
jeez.
about that? Because
You trying to trigger me?
no, and we're gonna talk about it. Listen, y'all all know what affirmative action is. Affirmative action was here to ensure equality in the workplace and in schools and stuff like that. And they have now voted out affirmative action. They're not using it anymore. Coincidentally, that is what's the word I want to use?
What? Coincidentally, the house Negroes, you want to start there?
But wait before you go there, because I see the button has already been pushed. But the start, I'll say the Big Bang, because I can't think of anything else. But the Big Bang start of this new plan of no more affirmative action was that there are thousands of Black people that have just immediately been fired.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So how y'all feel about this?
Right. Well, let me say this. You probably talking about the baby boomers, kind of thing, as opposed to the Big Bang. But there's always been, since the inception of this country, there's always been affirmative action, but it was for white people.
Mm-hmm.
How many white people have gotten jobs who are dumb as a bag of rocks? Okay, don't know what they're doing. Their uncle owned the company, so they get put in a management position. Okay, they come out of school, get put right in the highest position, don't know nothing. Okay, how do you feel if your boss come to you to ask you, what do we do in this situation? You the boss. What you asking me for? This the kind of stuff that happens in the workplace, in the corporate world. Or you'll be there 10, 15 years. They'll bring in some white dude, fresh out of school, don't even know what he's doing, don't know his ass from his elbow, and make him your boss. And you like, I know this job better than anybody here. But they'll give it to him. So there's always been affirmative action. So let's just get that out the way. The system is set up for white folk who, unless they're a drug addict or a criminal or just a straight up fuck up, the system is set up for all of them to succeed if they want to partake of the festivities. It's set up for them. Okay? Period, point blank. All right? Now, we have affirmative action because I guess they want to give the appearance that they have a conscience. So they want to put these laws in place so everybody can have an even, equal playing ground, which has never been true. Okay. So now they want to repeal that, just like they did with what was that? The Roe v. Wade last year. They're repealing everything. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we Billin just said.
Right.
They said the first thing the Republicans wanted to get rid of was Roe versus Wade. The second thing was affirmative action, and the third is going to be same-sex marriage.
So what they're doing is, right?
Videos, what's going on? Welcome.
So
He
what
said
they're doing,
try to train you for free.
Yeah, dig it. So then what they want to do is they want to use house Negroes like Clarence Thomas and Tim Scott and these other fools who climbed the affirmative action ladder to get where they are. And now they want to kick the ladder out from anybody that wants to follow them and get to this higher ground and become successful. See, these are the hypocrites. These are the house Negroes. So now we're just going to go back to how it was originally. Affirmative action for white folks.
Make sure y'all subscribe to I'm on One.
That's what we're going back to. They always use those that look like us. And when I was a kid, we called them Oreos. Okay, white people, black people in black skin. Okay, we called them Oreos. Black on the outside, white on the inside. They use those that look like us to lull us into a false sense of security. So we're looking at a black man or woman on screen, And we going, oh yeah, they're for us. No, they're not.
Yeah, all skin folk is not kinfolk.
That's it. They're being used. They don't realize they're being used.
Some
They
of them
don't
do though.
realize it.
Some of them do.
Don't care. But you
Yeah,
know
some
what?
of them are being used.
When they get that Negro wake up call, that's when they'll realize that the world has turned on them and is not what they thought.
Right. We building over here says first and foremost, Republicans and Democrats all fighting for one thing: the Supreme Court. They are 6 Republican justices and there are 3 Democrat justices. That's how you change the laws.
And that's how you change them. And let me tell you something. I don't believe in none of those
Okay,
parties. I don't believe none of them parties, Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative. It's all a bunch of BS to me. Okay, either you want to do right by people or you don't.
Right.
And quite frankly, America is a republic. So all this is a dog and pony show.
Yeah.
They tell you in the Pledge of Allegiance that America is a republic.
Yeah, I used to get kicked out of class because I refused to say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Right, because you knew the deal early in life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and when I grew up, all I knew was the Republicans were for the rich and the Democrats were for the poor. So everybody in my neighborhood or inner cities voted Democrat without any kind of political education whatsoever. And I'm going to clear this up right now. Okay, here's the biggest difference. A democracy is supposed to be where everyone has a say or a voice in how we're governed. That's why they say government for the people, by the people. That's supposed to be a democracy, right? A republic, when you have like a handful of elitists, the richest men in the world, deciding what's best for everybody. So they don't give a shit what you think. They're going to decide what's best for you as they see it. And they cannot relate to people on a middle class level, on a poor level. They can't relate to that. All they know is extinguish, get rid of. They're undesirables. We don't need them. That's the angle they take. So when somebody tell you, oh, vote Democrat, oh, vote Republican, know what you're voting for. Ask your representative, this is what I want, or you're not getting my vote. Make demands. We got people coming on different shows, all on YouTube and other platforms. If you don't vote for me, you're not really black. What have you ever done for the black community but create crime laws?
Well, as we see, Alex has been activated. Alex went in. We building over here says, why we fighting with each other? Who the baby daddy is? Who makes the most money? Men and women are equal. All that don't matter. They got hoodwinked. I'm going to my mother's country, Costa Rica. Okay, let's go. Yes, because with what you said, Alex, all the leaders that really had democracies in their country, Gaddafi,
Yep.
the list goes on. I'm not even going to go down the rabbit hole, but they took them out.
Took them out. They had true democracies. They was creating their own separate currencies. They was doing things like when you got married, you automatically got a house. You automatically got 20 grand to start your life off with your family.
Come through.
I mean, they were doing things. Gaddafi was doing things like that.
Yeah, everybody was equal. Everybody had a house. Everybody had water. Everybody had electricity.
That's it. They didn't want that because they want to keep everybody subservient. They want to keep you sick. Why is it that in most other countries, medical care or health care is free? In a lot of other countries, it's free. Not here.
Over here, they don't. In other countries, they get paid when you're healthy. Over here, they get paid when you're sick. So they keep you in conditions so that they can offer you treatments, medicine, poisons in your body because that is making them money. I broke down the whole nursing home system on a previous episode of Old School versus New School. Like, we really need to wake up.
I mean, think about the number of holistic doctors that have mysteriously died in the last 10 to 15 years.
Mm-hmm. And
Okay?
they got
They didn't
off.
die.
They got off.
much like Gaddafi, they were taken out of here.
Yeah, R.I.P. Dr. Sabi.
Dr. Sabi.
The list goes on with that too.
On and on. So
and then after they off them, they take their teachings and use it as their own, like they came up with it.
Right. Always stealing. All they do is steal. They've been doing that since the inception of the country, taking everybody's ideas and stealing them, trying to make them their own. Go steal your idea and go patent it. Now it's theirs legally. So this stuff been going on forever. So we have to know, listen, if this doesn't change, and I don't see it changing, we're headed for straight anarchy. You ever hear, you seen the movies The Purge? Okay. No, this is where we're heading. Because I can't think of anyone, and I talk to a lot of people during the course of a day, week, month, year, whatever. I don't know of anybody at this point in time with black, white, Asian, Latino, whatever, that trusts the government. Nobody. It used to be a time where if you had a discussion with somebody and I didn't agree with the government, they would defend the government. We would go back and forth about the government has our best interests at heart. They got hard jobs. They this, that. But now, nobody trusts the government. And you have to wonder why that is. Are people slowly waking up? Or are they just that corrupt where they don't care anymore? And they're putting so much stuff right in your face, you can't help but to wake up and become alerted.
I think it's both. We building over here says we black people, we are lost. And by the time we figure out what's going on, it's gonna be too late. Boy, I'm so glad I know how to speak Spanish, Portuguese, and a little Creole. Life waits for no one. My cousin said, right, that's their culture. And we built over here also said that's why I told people don't take the 19 shot. Why would you trust the government? I never took the flu shot. Me either. Never took the flu shot. I'm not going to be taking anybody's shot. It's important to immediately pray and learn how to fast. Period.
Right.
Cuz agrees with me both with what you said, Alex, which is are they waking up or they just don't care? And I believe it's both. Which is why we need to have these discussions because, you know, we're humans at the end of the day. So I understand like some of this stuff can be a little intimidating, you know, for somebody that's not like me, because there are a lot of followers in this world. People just go with the flow and do what they think they're supposed to do. And they don't step outside of the box because they don't want to be looked at as different. And people need to understand like, it's okay to be different. And in this day and age right now, you better want to be different because everybody that's doing the same thing is going down the same hole to nothing.
You got people, TheeEnicole, they just go along to get along. Yeah, right? Period. It's like,
hey, it's Richard, like, I see it's another Leaf in the building. Okay, then.
There you go. That's my brother.
What's up, bro? All right, yeah. It's a family reunion over this.
He said, look at them. They are devils.
Yeah.
Right? But think about this, TheeEnicole, right? People that go along and get along, right? You had women protesting for transsexual women who turn to men to participate in women's sports. You had biological women, born women, fighting for the right for them to do that. For trans people to participate in women's sport, become a man and compete against women. Yay, let's do that. Yay, we're all human. Let's fight together. Now, guess what? Guess what's happening? Them stupid ass bitches cannot win a trophy.
Oh, wait a minute.
To save their mama's life.
There we go.
They can't. There you go.
Continue.
Go ahead. You had to put your thing up?
Yeah, because I don't know what you about to say.
Listen.
I'm here for
How are you going to do that? Okay? You're fighting for your own demise. Men in women's sports dressed as women competing for trophies, competing for titles. Y'all didn't see this coming ahead of time? Now you complaining about it? Somebody could wake up tomorrow and identify as anything and y'all accept it because it sounds right. You want to go along to get along. I can go out here tomorrow and go, listen, I'm going to try to walk on water because I identify as Christ. My ass going to sink.
Here we go, Alan.
I'm not walking on water. My ass going to sink.
Period. Well, you're not going to float?
I may float, but I'm not going to walk on the water. Oh, check this out. I'm going to jump off a 10-story building because I identify as an airplane. You know where I'm going to end up? Splat.
My cousin said we're supposed to be different, small companies in the community instead of this big industry ruling all in consumerism. Come on with the knowledge.
It just, it's not common sense has taken a vacation. Common sense is actually retired. It's not common to have sense.
No. Mm-mm.
Everybody get on. You got this cancel culture, so everybody's afraid to speak the truth. Because if they speak the truth, they're gonna lose endorsements. People are gonna turn on them.
Which is why you build your own stuff, so nobody can take anything from you that you built. Hold on one second. We build it says it's not the devil. I hate when people say it's the devil. Your flesh is weak. It's easy for the devil to use you because you are not disciplined. The devil will use people around you to destroy you. I agree with that too.
Mm-hmm. The great manipulator, the father of lies. The devil is a spirit.
For sure.
He gets in people, and if you allow him to use you, he will use you. He's a spirit. The devil knows what we like better than we do.
Yeah. And it's so easy for that to happen because we do not get along with each other. We are the only culture that can't come together for shit. We can't come together for any reason. Like other cultures, they live together, they spend their money together, they support each other's businesses. Even if they don't like each other, they can come together in business and still make money and go back to their respective homes. Our people, we will not get along and combine because we remember when he stepped on my shoe in 1927.
Damn, 1927. Did they wear shoes then?
Yeah, they wore shoes.
I know they.
And and you stepped on them. So now they don't want your grandkids and their grandkids to be in business together.
Nicole, there's some truth in what you're saying. There's a lot of Stockholm syndrome going on. I had this discussion with my brother for the last 2 days. Mm-hmm. But I'll say this. There's a lot of us coming around now. And check this out. We've been over here in this country, 400 something years to this point.
Well, I call cap on that because, I know that some of my ancestors were already here.
Okay. Well, let me just make my point. Okay. We've been in this country 400 and something years to this point. I'm not sure what the exact number is, but it's over 400, right? So we've gone through 250 years of slavery, 150 years or 100 years more of Jim Crow, all these different things, civil rights movement, Emmett Till, the burning down of Black Wall Street, just on and on. It never got our 40 acres and a mule, never got reparations. We watched the Japanese get reparations. We watched the Koreans get reparations. We watched the Jewish people get reparations. We watched Native Americans get reparations, casinos and reservations. We watched all this stuff. Nobody has suffered as much as Black people have in this country. And we built this motherfucker, right? They owe us so much money that they don't want to pay. But my point is, let's say all of this after slavery and Jim Crow, let's say after Vietnam War, Vietnam War ended in about 1973. This is 2023, okay? So let's say for the sake of argument, we've been quote unquote free for 50 years. How do you undo over 400 years of damage in 50 years? If I have 400 years, TheeEnicole, to run a psych job on you and your family, y'all be doing whatever I want y'all to do. 400 years of a psych job. So we got a lot of healing to do. And it's only been, quote unquote, 50 years. Think about this. Since we, quote unquote, been free.
Alex. I just don't feel how you feel about it.
But listen, these are the facts. But what I'm telling you is a lot of us now are becoming more awake, becoming more aware of what's been going on. We have a new resurgence of young leaders that look like us, who are serious about our plight. I follow them on social media. I follow them on YouTube and other platforms. They're here. Okay. And although the numbers are small, they're growing. And this is where the big fear comes in. This is why now they're ending affirmative action and doing some of these other things. Because they know the numbers are growing.
I got to cut in because I done gave you a little while. I got to cut in. So,
okay.
I'm not with the excuses because at the end of the day, it's about a choice. Yes, all these things happen, but it's a choice. It's a choice to either stay dumb or get knowledge. It's a choice to either keep being a worker, and this is no disrespect to the workers because everybody have their own lane. We need workers, but it's another choice to get out here, get on your own, sacrifice, and build your own legacy for the people that you roll with. It's a choice to either be closed-minded or open your mind and open your heart and communicate with people so that y'all can reach success faster. Yes, a whole bunch of things happen to us, but okay, I'm tired of talking about it. What we gonna do today?
But that's what I'm telling you, TheeEnicole. Things are being done.
Yeah, I know. So I'm with that part. I'm done talking about the old stuff that I wasn't alive for. I understand that it happened. You know what I'm saying? I know that it happened. I'm a product of it happening. But come on, like, let's start today. Let's stop crying over yesterday because they don't care. If y'all don't understand that by now, get that through your heads. They don't care. So we have to begin caring.
And I agree with that. If there's a saying, if it's to be, is up to me. We got to take care of our own business. Nobody's going to help us.
Period. We build it over here says if Medgar Evers, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Malcolm X, Thurgood Marshall, if any of these people were alive today, they would be so disappointed in us Black people.
Sad. But we still have, Dick Gregory as well. He was one of my heroes. He's gone. Muhammad Ali was another one of my heroes. Okay. So they're all gone. Now we still have Minister Farrakhan. He's still with us. I think he's 90 years old now, but he's still very vibrant and doing this thing. Okay. But we got a new crop of Black leaders that's coming up and making things happen and making us aware. Educated scientists, doctors, lawyers, technical people, high tech folks, brilliant financial minds. These are the people I follow. I don't follow no hood. I don't follow hood shit, ghetto shit. If I want to laugh for like a half a second, I might click on something like that, but I don't follow that stuff consistently because you become what you expose your mind to on a consistent basis. We got to expose our mind to different shit.
Yeah, but also you got to go a step farther. I know you will, but I got to speak to our audience, It's more than just following somebody with knowledge as well. You have to do your own research. You need to do your own cross-referencing. You can't just sit in front of anybody and just listen to them and take it as law and follow that. Period. Nope. Hey, Sun Kiss, what's going on? Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my girl Sun Kiss.
And do your own. You always got to do your own due diligence, research, everything. It's all out here for you. The information is there if you want it.
Period. Okay. We've been really heavy. I'm glad that I got this little last topic because woo, when Alex get triggered, get ready, y'all, because
before we leave that topic, let me ask you a quick question, and you can answer. Okay. I'm not going to interrupt you. Okay. What are your thoughts about transsexual males participating in women's sports?
We already talked about this.
You didn't talk. I talked.
My short answer is that I don't really care. My second answer is I just don't think that. How is that fair? Like, where do that doesn't make sense? Women's sports should be women's sports. Men's sports should be men's sports. And if this is a new category, then make it a new category. Let it be that, because putting new categories into already established categories, it's just an unbalanced situation. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's just common sense to me. If you get what I'm saying, like, if this is all women and this is an all women sport and this is an all men's sport, and we are introducing this new category of trans people, then y'all have a trans people league. That's just how I feel. And it's not like a segregation or anything like that. It's just about fair is fair. And while, yeah, women can beat men in some things, men can beat women in some things, when it comes to physicalities and rules and things like that, certain things just come into play, period.
Right. There you go. So, okay, I wanted your response to that. I'm not gonna go into it any further because we'd be here all night, but
all right, so I'm gonna lighten up the mood a little bit. Now, it might not lighten it up because I think that it's utter foolishness. But I have a question because it seems like something that we're not gonna get away from. So I'm gonna play this little clip and we're gonna go. He said, so stop calling them trans women. What do you mean? We are gonna open the panel. So my co-host said we opening the doors today. So after we talk about this little clip that we're gonna talk about, we're gonna open up the floor and you guys can come up and we can talk about some things, because I'm kind of interested in what you meant by that, Mr. Richard. So let's check out this clip really quick. Let me put our copyright up. All right.
It's just no TheeEnicole. It's over for the time when you think it's shit sweet. Got a daughter out here. We tryna eat. I got hella shit to do. Hell nah, I ain't tryna meet. You can call me a bitch, now not the dime, I don't speak. What for? You out here thinking you raw. Cook from me, you couldn't get a second look. Call me captain. I keep them lost boys on the hook. I don't look like what I be on. You shouldn't judge a book. Looking for another way to make that bank. Get the talking slick. I'ma make you walk that plank. I don't see how you motherfuckers don't think your shit stink. Before you bring it to me, you better sit down and think. Get comfy on the couch. I got my notebook. I'm the shrink. Call me Mrs. Van Zandt. I'll fix your life in a blink. All the real niggas dead, or they sitting in a bink. It's a cold world out here. You can catch me in a mink.
Okay, so how old is too old to be fighting?
That old.
But when you see what happened, right? At the end, they broke it up, but it's still people that's cheering it on. Everybody is in the age of pull up on me. Everybody, they don't want to solve nothing with talking. How old is too old to be fighting?
TheeEnicole, them women are too old for that bullshit. They're old enough to know better, but they never got out of a certain mentality, a certain type of street mentality. They still living with that. And that's a pure example of how damaged we truly are. Them women know they too old for that shit. But because they got trapped in a certain mindset, they got trapped into a certain community and never got out. They never traveled the country or traveled the world. They never seen much different than what they're doing right now. And their whole life has passed them by. And you got people, how long did people sit there and watch that shit before they broke it up? How long?
Right. That's why I played the whole video. Exactly my point. Like, people talk about, oh, they too old for this. But this is what is prime time right now. This is what is getting views and clicks and this is what's drawing the people, distracting the people. You know what I mean? In your opinion, is it ever a situation where you feel like it's okay to fight?
Yes, my life is being threatened, or the life of my loved ones. That's it. I'm not going to go out and physically fight somebody because they said something to me in a store, or they stepped on my foot by accident, or they jumped a space in line. I'm not going through none of that, TheeEnicole. It's unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
It's not worth losing your life over. It's not worth going to jail over. There was a day when I would have, but I've grown. We have to grow up at some point. We have to know that there's better for us than that.
Right. We building over here now. I'm assuming that you're a man because I didn't want to offend. But he's saying, I'm not protecting no woman. Sorry, I will protect the lady who acts like a lady. I'm not protecting a boss chick and a masculine chick. Hell no.
But Nicole, think about this. The video we just watched, right? Two older black women going at it, a bunch of younger black people standing around, going to break it up at the last moment, right? This is what we just watched, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the fight is about, and I don't think it even matters, okay? Do you see any other culture of people doing that, what you just viewed? You ever see two Asians doing that?
To be honest, yes, but it's not publicized. And I feel that it's not publicized because it's promoted to us. And they want us to think we're the only ones doing it. But I have seen it.
But see, if you, and I've seen white people fighting on screen too, but not as much as us, because what they're showing you is it's a class system as well as a racist system.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's a class system. So they're going to have their white trash and poor Asians and niggers and whatever. They're going to publicize all that because they're not going to consider us being in the same class they're in. Okay, in the same economic class, because everything is about money and materialism. But more of us are being captured on these videos than any other group of people. There's a 14-year-old boy that just shot a grown man for beating up his mother. Killed the man. And they dropped all charges against the 14-year-old boy and his mother. They supposedly dropped the charges. The question is, why would this grown-ass man, with his woman standing there, start beating on another black woman? Mentality. Hood ethics.
And supposedly I'll say allegedly, the man's girlfriend was urging him to do it.
Allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right, I heard you. that was me being sarcastic for saying I don't really believe she didn't.
Okay. Well, say that. But yeah, I do definitely agree, and I say this all the time. Like it's because here's the thing: I can talk to any culture, but let's just be honest. Where my heart is my people. So that's why I talk to us. There's no reason why should be distracted by such meaningless things. And I'm with you on, yeah, I don't want to be a student all day, every day. I don't want to have to run my business all day. I don't want to have my buttoned up to my neck all day. Some part of the day I want to laugh at a little slight mess, We need a balance, but the majority of what's going on is a whole bunch of bullshit, period.
It's a whole bunch of us clowning ourselves all over social media, all over these social media pages, putting up videos. Somebody could be getting stomped out, and instead of us helping, everybody got their phones out.
I agree. We building over here, period. No excuses over here. I'm sorry, Alex. What you say?
No, I just said that we can see somebody getting stomped out, and instead of helping, everybody pull their phones out and record it.
Yeah. But and you know what's so sick about that is other show on the other foot, because I believe we did a show on this. Remember when we did a show about that white lady in the airport, and she was striking the black man, and everybody stepped in.
Mm-hmm.
They stepped in and stopped all that. But for your own people, you would just watch or pull your phone out. Like, how sick is that?
Right. That's where we are. Everybody want content. Oh, I'm a content creator. I'm gonna go out here and find content. Blah blah blah. And they get a million.
No, but I mean, before that, before you get to the content part, what I'm saying is, for this white woman or this little white girl, they're gonna step in and protect this person.
Yeah.
But
That
for
part.
your own, you just turn your head. That's sick.
Yeah, that part. That part. And again, see, you keep saying, I don't want any excuses. That's the brain damage that's been done for
Yeah.
centuries.
Yeah, I
And,
agree. I agree
and,
right there for sure.
and we're just not going to get over that in 50 years. 50 years is not long.
No, it's not.
Okay, so I try to cut us a little slack, but we really got to cut the bullshit out. We really do.
You want to open the link or no?
Well, is Food Channel still here? What does he have to say?
I'm not sure. Food Channel is you in the chat. If you want to hit the link, let me know before I drop it. Because this is a rare occasion for Alex to open the doors, you know.
Listen, somebody want to come at me for whatever the reason, they can come on.
I'm not gonna let them come at you, but is there anybody in the chat that want the link before we wrap things up? Because this was a dope show.
Yeah, absolutely. You know how we do, TheeEnicole. We ain't got nothing but dope shows.
Period. Talk about it.
That's how we do it over here.
While we waiting for people in the chat to let us know if they want to hit the link, again, I'm going to do a shameless plug. The first biggest plug I'm going to do is right here, my co-host, Alex, Magnetic Repellent. His link is in the description. Make sure that y'all check him out. He's not angry all the time. He actually has some great content over there. Make sure that y'all supporting him. We also had Miss Parker in here. Make sure y'all subscribe to her. The Food Channel, make sure you subscribe to him and Food Channel. If you're here, let me know if you want me to drop that link. Who else was in here? I'm on one was in here. Make sure y'all subscribe to him. Miss D, Goddess of Love, was in here. Make sure that y'all go support her. Sun Kiss is in here. And anybody that I missed, my apologies. But you know, I'm all about support over here. So we got to support each other, y'all. Like, that's the only way we going to grow, period.
You know
like, what's for me is for me. And me helping you takes nothing from me. So my arms are open. All my resources are here. And I will be letting y'all know a little bit more about what I do. I just had to slow walk it because when I stepped into this YouTube thing, it was a whole, I wasn't prepared. Okay.
You know what, TheeEnicole?
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I agree with you about is I'm tired of the excuses, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly believe that we're getting to a point where I think black people are going to shock you. I think black people are going to shock a lot of people.
They're not going to shock me because I'm here for it.
In a good way. In a good way.
Yeah, I ain't going to shock me. I'm pushing that shit. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I think we're going to shock a lot of people. You know what I mean?
Go.
Because nobody on the face of this planet has faced the adversity that we have faced.
Mm-hmm.
And became stronger, still look good doing it, still the greatest creators on the planet. Everybody wants to be like us until it's time to get a job or get arrested. But everybody wants to follow our lead.
Us, you really got to be us.
Right.
Richard, you can't call in on the phone right now at this present moment. I am working on that actually, but I did drop the link. So if you drop the link, you should be able to just tap in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you want to click on the link, he just click on. I'm not sure if he is in a place where he can click on and not have interruptions or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my big bro there.
He said, I wrote a song about it. I like that. Let me find out you do music. Put your information in the chat. We building over here. Because you know you can't say song to TheeEnicole.
Yeah, you wrote a song about it like the head go.
You can't say song to TheeEnicole. Did y'all hear my song playing behind the fight? You know I be having to slip it on in there. Pause.
Yeah. What is Sun Kiss saying?
She said, we were built for this. That's the reason why we are so resilient and strong, period. Let's go.
That's it.
And they don't understand it. And that's okay, so that's like a twofold look. Okay, Sun Kiss, okay, get me going, okay? Because that's like twofold. One thing, they hate us because of that, right? So they are so diligent in putting things in our way so that we don't come together. Because guess what? If there's only 2 or 3 that can gather and God is right there and got y'all back, just imagine if it's 20 of us. Just start with 20 of us. that's on the same page. We can communicate with each other. We understand that we think differently. We're not going to get along all the time, but we can communicate and we have mutual respect. Do you know how much 20 people can do in a month? In a month. And I talk to you behind the scenes about this all the time, Alex. Like I come up with ideas every 5 seconds. I mean, like I come up with huge multi-million-dollar ideas, and so do you. But it's hard. You can't do it by yourself. When you by yourself, you have to slow walk that thing like a millimeter, even smaller than that. But if you have somebody on your team that you can bounce ideas off of, y'all can put things together. They not out for themselves and they don't mind. Let's put our money together and do this. You know what I'm saying? Like people be so worried about the wrong shit.
Yeah. And let me say this, TheeEnicole, whether you're non-denominational as far as your religion, whether you're a secular person, Protestant, Catholic, Baptist, Christian, Muslim, it doesn't matter. Stop looking up in the sky for a savior and look in the damn mirror. The power lies within you to make the changes necessary. Be the change you want to see. Be the change you want to see. Stop looking up in the sky, waiting for somebody to come down and save us. Somebody with a red cape on with an S on it. It's not going to happen. Okay? So we got to change that mindset. There's nothing wrong. If you go to church, I'm all for that. However you get through this life with peace of mind and sound mind, do whatever you got to do. But when you want change, you got to make the change. You got to do something.
I was about to sing "Man in the Mirror."
That's it. That's it.
She said they have been trying to take us out since the beginning, like literally plotting, planning our demise, and we still here. Yes, period. What's up, YNFL? What's going on? You spelled my name right today. Salute to you.
Starting with me. I'm stopping.
See, I thought I had talked over him, y'all, but he was ready to sing. He was ready to get y'all that A selection. I'm done. Well, nobody hit the link, so I guess we are out of here. We'll be here same time, same place next week. We back. I'm back. And you know what? I really do appreciate everybody who sent me good wishes, prayers, concerns, all that type stuff. And we'll be back next Monday.
Thank you, TheeEnicole, for this. Like I said, I get triggered sometimes, but you know, I'm just passionate about humans, our people, these situations. I get very passionate about it. So
for sure, me too. So keep that fire, because that's what we need, because they need people like us that's gonna say what they don't want to say. So it is what it is. Old school versus new school. We out of here.
Welcome to my galaxy. Welcome to my galaxy. This is TheeEnicole. You can always call me E, but don't never call me Nicole. Your presence is appreciated. Please be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe. It's always a vibe. In my galaxy.
Hey, it's Shonda Frey from Ready to Love, and you are watching my girl, TheeEnicole.
Tasha Lyons telling you to tune into TheeEnicole.
This is Samson from Ready to Love, and you're tuned into TheeEnicole.
It's Winter from Love Affairs DC, and you're tuned in to TheeEnicole.
enjoy all